Hello, hi everyone. Hello. It is me, Jacob Moore, your BB Sommelier, back with another video. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, today it is a day, and we are going to talk about tasting wine. Tasting wine for your enjoyment. How can you kind of feel more comfortable tasting wine? Can you, when a fancy sommelier is trying to talk down to you and try to shoot over your head to make you buy wine, you kind of have an idea of kind of what they're talking about. So let's get started. So you're gonna need a glass. Well, you can do this with me, or you can just watch me. So you're gonna need a glass. You can grab really any wine that you want. But what we're looking for here is we are looking for flavor profiles. We are looking for acidity, tannins. That depends on what kind of wine you're drinking. We'll go over all of this. We are looking for complexity. And kind of all the profile of a wine. This will help you feel comfortable in a wine store when you're talking to someone who works there about what you like, what you don't like. It will also help you sort of just feel more comfortable with wine. And you're like, I know what this is. And as you try more wines, you can be like, oh, I remember this. This is a... So, let's get started. So, in your glass, you're gonna put some wine. I'm storing this. This is not at room temperature as it probably should be, but oh well. This is not for purposes here. That's a lot. You don't need that much wine in your glass. Anyway, okay, so we have our glass, right? We have our glass with our wine. I don't know why I poured so much in here. Okay, so first things first. When you get your glass, you don't have to do this, but it kind of gives you an idea, maybe as you get more familiar with wines, you'll have an idea of what you're drinking. So you want to kind of look at the color of your wine. Best at an angle, right? Your best bet is to look at something that is white, see-through, or a fluorescent light, so you can kind of see or kind of look through it. This wine is very deep purple, let's say. We're not going to really go into the colors. There's red, purple, garnet. Garnet usually has ages. We're not doing that today. This is just kind of like an overhaul tasting. So this one here is very deep purple. You cannot see the stem, complete darkness from the core to the outside rim of the glass. And that can just kind of tell you... It can kind of tell you a little bit about body. It can kind of tell you a little bit about what you're getting into in your glass. But it's not a consistently reliable source, but it just can help. Yeah. Okay, so when you have your glass, you want to swirl. When you have your glass here, you want to swirl your glass. This is releasing aromas, and you should have a glass that has a more close on the top, wider bowl on the bottom, just so you can get your aromatics going. And so what you want to do first, you're not just gonna dive in and sip something. Even when you're eating food, you taking the smell, taking the aroma, kind of seeing what you're getting into. It's gonna be the same with your wine. So make sure you didn't just drink a bunch of coffee, or you didn't just brush your teeth, eat an orange, So, what you're gonna do, keep your mouth open, because your sinuses are all connected. So, you're gonna get your nose in here, right? You're gonna keep your mouth open, you're gonna take an inhale. So that's on the nose. When someone says what are you getting on the nose, that's what they're talking about. What are you smelling? So, first what you're looking for. Fruit. What kind of fruit is it? Well, this is a red. So, is it red fruit apple, plum, cherry, raspberry, strawberry? Those are kind of your red fruits. Is it purple fruit? That's more plum. Blueberry, which is really only in Washington. But also in black fruits, your blackberry, blackcurrant, dark cherries, boysenberry. Yeah. So kind of what are you smelling? Typically, those indicators can kind of tell you what kind of wine you're getting into. But that's what we're looking for. You're looking for those kind of notes are all going to be primary smells. In whites, you're looking for citrus fruits. That's going to be lemon, lime, lemon peel. Then we can move into stone fruits, peach, nectarine. And then we get into more tropical fruits like pineapple, mango, sometimes coconut. Coconut can mean something else as well. Also, banana. Yep, banana. Anyway, so those are primary fruits. So right now, what I'm getting here, if I smell this, I'm getting like plum. Very much plum, red, purple stone fruit. Yes. Also, so primary, that's our primary smell. Secondary is kind of smells that you're going to get from aging, barrel aging and whatnot. So that's going to be like your holiday spices like clove, vanilla, woody. Ooh, woody is a good one. So that can kind of also tell you what you're aging in. We're not going to get into that today. Dill, New American Oak. Dill, just trust me on it. It's there. Just trust me. Vanilla, clove. Those are going to be your like French oak, new oak. Woods. So, and tertiary characteristics, these are going to be from like bottle, if it's aged in the bottle. So tertiary is like your third stage. So whether you smell like mushroom, forest floor, honey, dried fruits, like apricot, dried apricots, dried figs. Those are gonna be your tertiary. So those are like the three. So we have our primary, which are like fruits, secondary, which are like our spices, which are like our woodiness, oakness. That's all coming from the barrel. Then our third is what's coming from the bottle. So like aged, think like dried fruits, honey, forest floor, nature. Yeah, okay? So that's on the nose. So when you're tasting, what do you want to do? You want to have a vacuum sensation, so your mouth is like aerating the wine and it's getting all in there. I will demonstrate now. Like it's kind of aerating, getting in the mouth. You're kind of getting a sensation of what's happening. So, things to look for. On a red, are you getting like some sort of puckering issue? Is your mouth watering kind of after you drink it? That is an indication that of acidity level. If it's like super puckery, high acid. When someone says a high acid wine, it's like if you drink a lemonade. After you drink lemonade, you're like, okay, high acid. If you're not getting that, low acid wine, high-low. That is acid. You know, because like some people are like, oh, this is such an acidic wine. And you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's what that is. Okay, the other thing with reds, tannin levels. Tannin is, how to explain tannin. Eat a grape. Peel the grape, eat the skin. This sort of like drying out, sort of like, it like can create like a velvety sensation in your mouth. That is tannin. Those are going to be your big reds, high tannin wines, and that is tannin. So that's what you're getting from tasting. Now, you want to taste, usually at a table, if you order wine, you like, you try it. I will say though, when you're testing a wine at a table, you're not really looking for whether you like the wine, really. It's more so to see whether the wine is corked or not. We're not talking about corked wine today. You can swirl it around your mouth. So this wine that I'm drinking is high in acid, pretty low in tannin. It is red. So, and what was I getting earlier? I was getting like plum, definitely plum, maybe a little cranberry, raspberry. This is a Pinot Noir. Those are all typical of those. So yeah, and I'm getting that, and this one I'm getting cloved. So that is an indication that it is aged, right? A little bit. We have our tasting notes, right? Also a good thing can dictate a high quality wine versus an easy drinking wine is how long does it linger? So as you drink your wine, after you swallow, what's happening? Do the flavors stick around? Do the flavors die off? Are you getting like a lot of alcohol smell? That is also like a lot of like kind of burning. Usually you're drinking a high percent alcohol wine. Fun fact. You can also smell alcohol in the nose. Like if you smell it and you're like, whoa, that's alcohol. It's a high alcohol wine. Usually like 14.5% or above. But yeah, that's how you taste a wine. Does that make sense? So, and then at the end, you kind of like put all those things together. Complexity. So like how complex it is. How were you getting fruit? Were you getting any secondary notes? Like were you getting oakiness? Were the flavors kind of like combining together in a harmonious way? Or were this like really aggressive? Was the alcohol balanced? Was like anything standing out, or was it like smooth sailing, like a whole new world? That's just for you to decide. And then as a consumer, you will then decide whether or not you like this wine. And then you can look at the label or whatever, or if you're doing a blind tasting for fun, you can ask, what is this? And that is when you can decide if you like it or not. Now, if you're just tasting for knowledge, it's not really, like for me right now, I'm not really tasting wines for like my personal preference. It's just for me to gain knowledge about what things taste like from different regions of the world. So yeah, that is tasting wine. Now let's go over a quick review. So, you want to look at color. Can indicate what you're drinking. We'll break that down a different day. 2, swirl, aromatics. 3, smell. First, primary smells, fruits. Secondary, then you're looking for secondary smells, if there are any. Not all wines are aged in oak, so there's going to be a decent amount that don't have that. That's going to be your spices. Third is also not even less common, those tertiary characteristics, whether it's like aged fruit, forest floor, that kind of stuff. Okay, on the mouth, you are aerating to kind of get it. You're looking for acidity, tannin, alcohol, and length on the finish. And body. She got body, baby. So yeah. And then you just decide whether you like it or not. And then you can, as you're tasting more wines, as you should, you'll kind of understand what you do and do not like. Because you'll never know if you don't like something if you don't try it. So, I do say you should try a Riesling from Germany. Even though you're like, I don't like sweet wines. They're good. But yeah, that is drinking wine. That's how you should taste a wine. You know? I hope this helped. I hope this helped you feel more comfortable. Or like give you an idea of like what you're looking for so you can become more comfortable. Because we are trying to destroy the patriarchy of wine to make it enjoyable for everybody. Okay, so that's all I got. My wine blog is live, has posts. You can go read that on my website, link in the description down below. It's becoming more active. We're still working on it, doing a lot. So, yeah. So if you want to go check that out, that would be great. That'd be awesome. If this helped you, let me know. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel to help me out, please. Leave a comment down below if you like how I look. No, I'm kidding. I'm very vain. It's a mental disease. But most importantly, I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, depending on where you're viewing my face from. But go out there, enjoy your wine, and make memories. Party.